morning, Madam Contester, Mr. President, officers of the club, members, previous area governor, guests. How often have you heard someone start their speech in the most boring, cliched way possible and zoned out completely before the end of the introduction? I know it's happened to me at least half a dozen times. So why do people keep on continuing with the same opening over and over again? I can break it down to one word: routine. Someone joins Toastmaster, they're nervous about speaking, they don't know what to do, they sign for the first speech. And so they think, well, how should I give my first speech? How do I open my speech? They look at someone else using the same opening. They decide, okay, well, someone else is doing it, maybe I should do it. They start giving a few speeches, they start doing the same thing over and over again, and boom, it's a routine. It's what they do. And for the rest of their life, that's how they always start all the speeches. Now, routines are not always a bad thing. You know, when you get into a good routine, it helps you to keep your good habits, it helps you to keep your flow. But at the same time, we need to realize that the world is constantly changing. Our circumstances are constantly changing, and our routines need to change with them. I'm reminded of the Melanesian Islands. This is where a lot of really primal, tribal people used to live, people that access to technology. During World War II, the Japanese and the Americans used these islands as their Air Force bases. And when they were doing so, they recruited all the local tribal people to help them maintain the bases, to help out the base. In return, they gave them supplies and cargo. Well, the war ended, everyone packed up and left. These tribal people did not realize what happened. A few, 5-10 years later, someone realized the most fascinating thing. These tribal people were still maintaining these same bases, trying to signal for the aircraft to land, trying to do all the military drills that they saw everyone else doing, because they were desperately trying to get these aircrafts to come back and give them cargo. The world had changed, their routines hadn't. Now it's okay, it's very easy for us to look at them and laugh at them, but let's be honest here. We all have our own routines. We all have the routines which have not changed. The things that we do just because that's the way we've always done things. And as an officer in Toastmasters, this is something that I see all the time. Someone joins the club because they want to be a better public speaker, and the first few months, they make incredible progress. They become a lot more natural up here, they get over their fear of public speaking. But at some point, a lot of people just plateau out, because they get into a routine of, they come to the meetings, they participate in table topics, they take on minor roles like being a timer, and they never take it to the next level. If you want to really get places, if you want to really take it to the next level and make progress, you have to change up your routine. You have to keep pushing yourself further and further. As your VP Education, I urge each and every single person here to set goals for yourself for the next few months. Every few months, evaluate what you did in the previous few months and set goals for what you want to do next. Do you want to be a great public speaker? If so, simply coming to the meetings and giving speeches once every 2 months or so, that's not going to really help you to break through that plateau. You have to constantly give more and more speeches, every 2 to 3 weeks. I'm reminded of Rory Baden, the person who was the keynote speaker at the district conference. He was one of our local members. He was from San Jose. And he was telling us about how in 1 year, he gave something like 200 speeches. And the following year, he competed in the world contest. He came in second in the entire world. That's the level of dedication you need in order to really be a great public speaker. You need to constantly give more and more speeches, and not just giving speeches, but also very directed speeches. Set goals for what you want to achieve in every single speech, and really after the speech is over, look back and think to yourself, did I hit my goals? If not, do something different. Change the venue, speaking to the same audience over and over again, the same venue over and over again. You get used to it, but when you go somewhere else, you might freak out. You're not used to speaking to a different audience. You're not used to speaking at a different venue. Go to contests, participate in contests, go somewhere else, go to another club and speak. These are all things that you need to do in order to really be a great public speaker. There are lots of other things that you can get out of Toastmasters as well. Maybe some of you are interested in being better leaders. Bring your CL manuals to our meetings. I notice people filling out their CC manuals, making good progress. I never see anyone filling out their CL manuals. Every single small role, like being a timer, being a grammarian, you can get credit for that under the CL manual. Once you're comfortable with the smaller roles, move it up to bigger and bigger projects. Start signing up for being a table topics master, be a general evaluator, be the Toastmaster, be the contest chair. Thank you to Lynn for doing an excellent job organizing things today. Eventually, sign up to be an officer at the club. This is where you really give back, and also you learn so much about how do you actually lead a club, how do you lead a group of people. I can tell you that my first year being an officer, back when I was in college, it really changed the way I look at life. It really changed the way I look at things. B, take it to the next level beyond that. Be an area governor like Chris did. That's something that I'd like to do someday, and it's just amazing how much it really puts into you. Maybe your goal is to really do better networking through Toastmasters. Well, we all have a tradition here at Intel of going down to the cafeteria after every meeting, having lunch together. Take part in these activities. This is how you really network. This is how you really get to know people. Go to different clubs. It's amazing what kind of people you can meet here in Silicon Valley. You can just go to the Google Club, you can go to the Facebook Club. You can meet people from all over the Silicon Valley and the big companies just by being more actively involved in Toastmasters. Like I mentioned, we all have routines, but once you start breaking past these routines, you can really take things to the next level. Stop, think, evaluate, plan, act. Think to yourself, what are the routines that I'm doing, and what are the things that I need to do differently? Where do I want to be, and how do I get there? I urge each and every one of you to really break out of your routine and do something revolutionary in 2011. Thank you.